Alright, Lesson 10, starting 4-H clubs. Materials, PowerPoint slide or posters of 9-step establishing 4-H club. 9-step handout each participant. Copies of appendix lesson 10 handouts if participants are not receiving 4-H 101 curriculum. Objectives, describe the 9 steps of starting 4-H club time, 1 hour and 15 minutes. What to say in this lesson? You want to we are going to cover the steps involved with starting with the 4-H club. Each state has its own policy procedure for the starting of the club. The steps presented that typically many states. If you're a youth development professional form of the organization other than the extensions, please contact your county with the 4-H extension professionals for guidelines that are specific to your state. Give each participant a copy of the 9-step establishing 4-H club handout. Divide participants in 5 groups. Each group will be assigned 1 or more steps to teach a larger group as indicated. Group 1, steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. Group 2, step 5. Group 3, step 6. Group 4, step 7 and 8. Group 5, step 9. I've given the handout a 9-step establishing 4-H club. The handout is a reference for the next activity I'm going to involve you in teaching. Within the process, divide you into 5 groups. We'll assign each group with a portion of the material if the responsible for each group is the president of the steps that have been assigned with the rest of the case. You may be as creative as whatever teaching techniques you are comfortable with. The presentation should be limited to 5 to 7 minutes. Show the power slides is posted for the 9-step of establishing 4-H club. The first 4 steps of the process concern with the preparation need of bringing the group together. 3 of these steps are directed to the youth development professionals who are partnering with the 4-H. The remaining step of the rest of the recruitment of members, additional volunteers, holding an organizational meeting, completing enrollment, other reports, and developing club guidelines. What to do, 9 steps continued. Provide assistance monitor for each of the group's progress. Adjust the time necessary. The group 5 minutes warning time is nearly up. I'm going to give you approximately 15 minutes to develop a presentation. Monitor your group presentation. Keep the 5-7 limitation. Look for key points. Make sure that I bring them up. And with the missing of the group presentation, refer to the handout appendix for the additional information. We are ready for the presentation with the 9 steps of establishing 4-H club. Please take note of the further reference of the main note with the questions of the rise from the presentation. If the group represents the information, bring up the following points. When the group fails to do so, let's start with group 1, which will present steps 1 through 4. Step 1, contact with the county 4-H extension professional. He or she will provide help getting in your club started with the managing club and enrollment forms, curricular resource with the volunteer lead training opportunities, recognition opportunities, volunteers and youth, information about county and state, competitive and non-competitive activities, information, national events, and experiences with scholarships and small grants. Step 2, attend local 4-H volunteer leader training. Training will help you learn about what the policy procedure for the county with the program, discover the 4-H opportunity for the county and region, and stay with the network with other 4-H club leaders of the county, region, 4-H extension professional, and review principle of the youth development and experimental learning. Find out more about specific 4-H curricula. Step 3, obtain county and state 4-H policy guidelines. This will ensure that the following with the proper guidelines for the county. Ensure you know the appropriate use of the 4-H name and an emblem. Step 4, assess your youth, parent, and community needs and interests. This step. Continue with this manner until the 5 groups have presented the lessons of the 9 steps. Will help you understand what the demographics of the community, determine what other out-of-school options are currently available. Will help you determine the kind of club meets for the need, for the interest, youth, for the activities parents want for the children. That's the less group of the group 2. For the group parent 2 presents information bringing up the following points if the group fails to do so. Step 5, recruit with a potential club of the members. Accomplish this. You will identify potential youth for the families, use technology, the traditional methods, explore the possibilities of meeting, give a presentation about 4-H. When you're speaking publicly with 4-H, remember to include the responsible reason for the youth might join. Some of the points that they'll bring up that must include friends can be joined too. The things are fun to do with learn. 4-H is youth directed. 4-H youth out. 4-H is everywhere. 4-H is not costly. 4-H projects are adaptable. After the exploratory meetings, you may want to gather information on those who attend, including contact information, whether the interests are, will help to prepare with the first meeting, identify with the curriculum material and support with those interests. As a group of 4 for the days and the times, the suit with the schedules, if any of the adults interested, serving the volunteer leaders. Now let's hear with the group 3. Let's group the 3 present with the information, bring with the following points only with the group fails to do so. With the conduct of the organization, as your first organization meet, you will need to recruit an adult leader, invite youth and parents parents to show with interest, prepared space to get and introduce youth to families to it as they arrive. Use group building activity, share with the meeting responsibility with the adult learner, provide with the activity from one of the project material identified being with the interest, help with the group determine the kind of club that they want, the project for the project, 2 of the projects and projects they want, 3 of the name and the bylaws of their club, 4 with the officer for their club, and 5 with the date and time of the meetings. Now let's hear from group 4 with let's groups information, bringing the following points only when the group fails to do so. Step 7, the recruit project lead with the distributed curricula, easier with the recruit with the trained volunteers when they are aware of the process, proposed project curricula, how easy it is you when recruiting adult leaders. Make sure to emphasize that you may have the access to many quality 4-H curricula. Some state with additional project curricula. Most curriculums are lost cost of free. Also, many county 4-H offices maintain the resource library open to the public with at least one copy of the project curricula. Step 8, complete and submit with the enrollment and other appropriate reports. Emphasize that the clubs are responsible for submitting forms to the county with the 4-H office. Counties provide with the annual enrollment report of the 4-H office. The states must report with the 4-H national headquarters, USDA, with the data gathered is also used to generate county state with the mailing list, newsletters, other information with the youth and adult via the postal and electronic mails. Enrollment data verifies the eligible local, state, and national competition. Now let's hear for the group 5 with the group presents the information, bringing up with the following points if the group fails to do so. Step 9, assist with developing club bylaws. Bylaws provide agreed upon rules of the way the clubs function, reducing misunderstandings and conflict. Include important factors of the club such as where the club will meet, when what officers, if any, will the club elects, what the criteria used. Remember to remain in the good standing, non-discriminating statement or kept over the file with a local 4-H office as a prerequisite for the most club charters should be distributed to all the youth and parents are reviewed annually, are written, agreed upon. The entire membership is approved by the county 4-H office to assure the compliance with local and national guidelines. Thanks for the group for their presentation. You'll find a sample of 4-H club bylaw appendix that have covered the steps of starting 4-H clubs. Now you need to know how to keep 4-H club going. Young people need to keep coming to a club meeting that is boring, does not provide. Young people will not keep coming to a club meeting that is boring and does not provide interaction with the friends. In our next lesson, we will talk about how to hold effective club meetings. And that was lesson 10, starting 4-H clubs.